Luther King Day by Linda Lowry. To children everywhere, may they have the freedom to dream and the courage to live their dreams. It was Monday, January 20th, 1986. Church bells rang out across America. There were parades in Chicago and marches in New York City. 400 people rode a freedom train across the state of Washington. Why was everybody celebrating? Leaders from all over the world met in Atlanta, Georgia. They talked about peace and justice. In Arizona, children let hundreds of balloons fly up to fill the sky with color. People were celebrating from Alaska to Florida, from Hawaii to Washington, D.C. Why? It was the first time Americans had celebrated Martin Luther King's birthday as a national holiday. More than 27 countries across the world celebrated too. People talked about how Dr. King had made the world a better place. Who was Martin Luther King Jr.? How did he make the world better? Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15th, 1929. When he was little, his family called him ML. He lived with his parents, his sister, and his big brother in a big house on Auburn Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. ML felt safe and happy in his own home. 3 blocks away was another place ML loved to be. It was Ebenezer Baptist Church. His father was the minister there. His mother led the choir. ML's parents had some firm rules for their family. No matter what the children were doing, they always had to be home for supper. Supper time was important. It was a time for the whole family to share their ideas and their feelings. It was at the dinner table that ML's father and mother taught him one of the most important lessons of his life. They taught him to treat all people with respect. Not everyone in Atlanta knew how to treat others with respect. As ML grew older, he saw that white people and black people were treated differently. ML and his white friends could not drink from the same water fountains. They could not even use the same public restrooms. ML's best friend was white. From the time they could walk, the two friends had played together on Auburn Avenue. Then came the first day of school. ML was sent to a school for black children. His friend was sent to a school with other white children. After school, ML ran to see his friend. When he knocked on the door, his friend's mother said that her son was too busy to come out and play. She said he was busy the next day too, and the next. ML and his friend were never allowed to play together again. ML finally asked his mother why he could not play with his best friend. ML's mother took him into her lap. It was because ML was black and his friend was white. She explained. His friend's parents didn't want their son to play with a black child. ML didn't understand. He knew that the color of his skin should not make any difference to his friend's parents. ML's mother held him tight. "You are as good as anyone," she told him. It just did not seem fair to ML. When he grew up, he thought he would try to change things. ML worked very hard in school. He had always loved learning the big words his father used when he preached. Now was his chance to learn how to use those big words. He hoped that someday he could use powerful words to tell people about respecting others. Martin studied so hard that he started college when he was only 15. Martin never stopped thinking about how he could make the world a better place. He thought about being a doctor and helping other people when they were sick. He thought about being a lawyer so that he could help people who were in trouble with the law. Finally, Martin made up his mind. He decided to become a preacher, like his father and his grandfather. He went to a school for ministers. It was there that Martin learned about Gandhi.